Here's a quick tip on the left hook. So when you're throwing the left hook, you want to get good at tricking your opponent, having them guess up or down. Now, for example, boom, boom, liver, head, liver, head, right? Up, down, up, down. Now, once you get that timing down and speed, okay, now you want to start making your opponent guess, start tricking them. Now, if I'm fighting somebody and you see me load up from here, it's most likely I'm going to throw it, boom, to the liver. Or if I'm here, loading it up right here, most likely going to go to the head. Now, you want to get rid of that prediction. So, from my experience, from fighting, okay, sparring over the years, I loaded up from here, the middle. So now, it can go either way. You don't know where it's going to go. If it's right loaded from the middle, I can go here or I can go here, okay? And you want to look right at your opponents, right in their eyes as you're doing it, okay? We'll throw them up with an angry face even. You're here, boom, boom, okay? You're here, right in the middle, look at from here. All right, that's
so,
the lesson of the day.
Lionel, so if they're anticipating it coming up high, you're going low.
You're going
if
low
they're
and
already
low and high.
If they're already covering low, you're going high.
And then you want to see the reaction of the block. You go low, the arm's going to drop here.
Yeah.
Okay, if they get to catch it. And when you go high, they're going to go here. So now you want to start getting the opening spot by having them. All right, lesson of the day right there.
There you go. So just got done with a Friday morning workout, excruciating. Here with Coach Lionel, and just a lot of you like the morning videos. We talk a little bit about some other things, a little business, but a little bit more what's happening socially. And I just wanted to talk about the topic this morning about hate. How come all of the hate? People hate one another. People hate your observations. People hate the hat you wear. People hate this country that they live in. Lionel, why all the hate?
It's so much hate. You could cure cancer today, and there'll be guaranteed a group of people that'll be bad-mouthing you for curing cancer because you're using a plastic, syringe and not a natural one. But anyways, a lot of hate's going on because it's a spiritual war. You got to understand that. Nobody literally hates your hat. Nobody literally hates the way you wear your hair. They just hate you because they have something wrong with themselves. It's a spiritual war. Everything is spiritual. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, you know what? Today I hate black shirts. Today I hate, this, that. It's all evil. It's just all evil in the heart and in the mind. The way you think is the way you're going to be in life. If you think negative all day and you think everybody's after you and the world's coming for you and America's doing this and that to you, no one's standing in front of Home Depot saying, you're this and you can't come in. That's a bunch of nonsense. Everybody has equal opportunities. We all have 24 hours in a day to get the same things done for success that anybody else can do.
I agree 100%. And, a lot of people make excuses why they can't work. We have, over 100 million people in this country do not work. We have so many people on subsidies that possibly really could work. I know some people need them. There are people out there that cannot work, but there's multi-millions of people that could go work, but they'd rather just take a subsidy, stay at home, criticize you. But how come so much hate for the country? I see people hoping and praying that the economy fails. The economy that we live in right here in our own country, they want the United States of America to fail. They want the U.S. economy to fail. I guess because orange man bad. I don't really care who's in office as long as somebody's trying to do something for the economy and shake it up. Because what we've lived through the last 4 years, I think you'll agree with me, the last 4 years are absolutely horrible as far as business and the economy. So isn't it time to maybe try something different? Maybe give somebody a chance more. I mean, this guy's been in office for 100 days. Again, it's not political. I don't care who's in office.
Exactly.
Give whoever's in office a chance.
Exactly.
The last 4 years when we went through a dementia patient, it did not work. So why such a hate for failure? Failure.
Because I think people are miserable and their life is miserable, so they want everybody to be miserable with them. Misery loves company, as they always say, and that's a fact. Now, it doesn't matter who the president is, okay? If Joe Biden had the same ideas as Trump, it don't matter what the guy looks like. I'm going after his mind, what he says he's going to do, what he wants to complete. That's all that matters. It could be Will Smith up there. Yeah. If those things are coming out of his mouth, it doesn't matter who it is.
Results matter.
Yes, the results matters. That's why I voted for Trump, not because everybody hates him and I just want to, trigger people. I voted for him because of what he said he's going to do. And if he follows those things that he says he's going to do, it sounds like a pretty damn good idea. Okay? That's why I voted for him. And people are just miserable. They hate themselves, I think.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. They hate themselves.
Yeah.
They hate themselves so much that they would take the country down.
Yeah.
They hate this president more than they love the country. And again, not sitting here to get political. I don't care who's running president. I just want somebody to protect the country and somebody to help fix this economy. Now, look, markets are up today, wonderful. But as you all know, 99% of you know watching this video, markets have no relationship to the economy. No. We're seeing so many people lose their jobs, even though we got the job numbers also today. There was an uptick in jobs. But a lot of these jobs are part-time, low-wage jobs, and we need to see improvement. We need real manufacturing jobs here where people can make a decent wage, a livable wage, to buy a car, to buy a house. As far as I'm concerned, the economy is in very, very big trouble no matter what the stock market says. So, here we are. After this Friday workout, any advice for people who are struggling right now? Maybe, they just want to quit. They're listening to the hate. They're not thinking for themselves.
Keep pushing. If that many people hate you, that means you're doing something right, in my personal opinion. So true. Okay? Somebody in the comments is going to say, oh, that's wrong, but this is just my personal opinion. The more people hate you, the more results you're going to get. If this many people are hating on you, there has to be another side to it of the same amount that like you. It's just how it is. Period.
I think you're so right what you said earlier, that these people hate themselves so much that they hate everything.
Yeah, they hate absolutely everything. Like I said, they hate themselves, and they want everything to come crumbling down, because if they can't get on the ship that's winning, they want to go down with everybody else and bring them down with them. It's just it's like this. It's like this. It's actually like a new thing with this new generation. But I see a lot of older people getting caught up in this kind of mindset, and it's really sad, because I would think that people that are older would have more common sense, because they're witnessing how it was before until now.
Agreed.
And when it gets to that level, that's when I say it's spiritual. Yeah. Because they literally witnessed this whole world unfold, the lies, everything from how it was 50 years ago to today. If you're 60, 70 years old and you cannot see what has been happening clearly, it is a shame on you. Yeah. And you are doing no service for the younger generation.
Agreed. I think it's funny, some of the comments that I get and some of the comments you get, we kind of laugh at it. Yeah. Just the amount of hate that people will write these, like we're talking about these long paragraphs of hate. I'm not going to read that. Literally take 10 minutes to write this stuff. And I just don't even waste my time.
No, absolutely.
But if I read some of this stuff, a lot of it I just laugh at, so you can keep writing it. But I don't understand why these people, how they have the time to sit there and write 18 paragraphs and say they hate the channel, but they watch every day. By the way, you're some of the most loyal listeners and subscribers I have, so don't go anywhere. Keep up with it. Keep clicking.
I have a lot of those. Yeah, I have a lot of those too. And you know what? You guys are welcome. I hope you guys watch every single episode and keep talking, keep getting my attention, because I love it. And the best part about this is that the truth is, those things that you say, you would never say this to my face.
But they keep coming back.
That's the best part.
They keep coming back because they know there's some truth to it. So keep coming back. So I've had a lot of people come back a year later and say, hey man, I finally see the light, see what you've been saying, and I want to apologize. You don't owe me an apology. None of you do. But there's a lot of people that have written me privately to apologize. Listen, I just want you to wake up, see the light, follow God, walk with God, be financially prepared, spiritually prepared. You can write all the hate you want, but you're writing it because you know that there's truth to it, and you keep coming back. I don't hate you. I love you. And I want you to see the light, and I want you to be prepared for evil. I want you to be prepared for an economic downturn. I don't want you to be bamboozled what the television keeps telling you.
Or it's triggering them because they have a demonic spirit in them. When you ever talk about God, it pisses them off. That's what I really think it is, because I don't see anybody getting mad about Buddhists talking about Buddha. I don't see anybody getting mad talking about Hinduism. I don't see anybody getting mad talking about sheiks. Everybody only gets pissed off when you talk about Jesus, when you talk about God. Okay, that's who anybody, every country, every culture, every big corporation only targets Jesus. They target nobody else, okay? There's a reason for that, because Jesus is their number one enemy. No other name has these rules. And in the NBA and the NFL, you cannot say Jesus or have a Jesus shirt on when you're talking.
That's crazy. Camera. That's crazy.
Just think about that. Why go through all that just for one name? Because he is God and he is King. And these people that are at power are the same people that have been at power since the beginning of time. You got to go down through the bloodlines of the Nephilim. That's another story for another day.
Watch the Sabbath at midnight.
Go ahead and watch the Sabbath at midnight.
Find that.
You guys can check all this out. I have authors. I have eschatology, people that do theology, eschatology, anthropology, like real people, doctors, psychiatrists, therapists, people that
demon possession,
like psychiatrists that who never believed in anything like this, but run into these possessed people and they have no other answer because what's going on is unbelievable. People levitating, people changing the voice, people saying things, languages that are ancient languages. These psychiatrists are like, this is something different, and there's obviously a spiritual world. So if it can awaken a person like that, it can awaken, you know, anybody who has doubts. Just give it a chance. Check out my podcast called The Sabbath at Midnight, and it is right here. Just really quick, I'll show you what it looks like. This is my page right here. Boom, Sabbath at Midnight right there. Check it out.
There you go.
God
And
bless,
real
man.
quick, I know you got to go. You got to train, but really quick, we see the rise in the Church of Satan, Satanism, the occult, very, very popular now. You know, Hollywood, the music industry has been, you know, touching into the dark powers for many, many years. And I have a question for you before you go. Maybe you can answer it really quickly. You can go to your channel, check this stuff out. But why are we not, I mean, the power of God, the power of the light is so much more powerful than darkness. Why are Christians, why are people not really touching into the most powerful energy in the galaxy, in the universe? Yet people will go to the Church of Satan, they will touch into the dark powers, to the evil, to black magic, witchcraft, and the occult, when we have the ultimate power.
Because people love their sin. They love their sin too much. If you go to God and it says you can't sleep around, you can't do drugs, that's going to be against what they're into. The Church of Satan allows all this. It's all subjective. The Church of Satan teaches whatever makes you happy. As long as it makes you happy, it is okay. It doesn't matter if it bothers somebody else. That's what Satanism is. It pleases the heart. It pleases the mind.
Instant gratification now.
It's everything physical. So if you think it's okay, like if you feel good, you know, torturing animals, in Satanism, that is okay because it is making you feel good. As long as it fulfills you, that's all that matters. Now, in a world like this where everything is being pushed for materialism, sexuality, all this stuff, it is a very easy religion to get into because it glorifies all your sin and it makes it okay for you to do it.
Where will you land up with this?
You'll end up right in the pits of hell.
God bless. Have a great day.
God bless.